So it's day 31, although Piper seems pretty adamant that that's not technically accurate. She was quite curious as to where I'd been for what she's claiming was about a week, and I explained to her that I had been off freeing the slaves at Nuka World, and omitting every other conceivable detail. But, this is Piper we're talking about, where the ends justify the means, and, so I don't think it's necessarily a live omission. In At the start of the last episode, the plan was to go grab Deacon, and I think that still stands. It'd be nice to see where that goes. And hmm, I see nothing. That had nothing to do with me. So when I started making day 30, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to have happen in that episode, but I certainly didn't set out to create a 5.5 hour episode. I was hoping to get it down to about 2 hours. I knew that that was going to be ambitious, but once I got into the editing, I figured out pretty quick that it wasn't gonna it wasn't gonna be anywhere near that time frame. So I toyed with the idea of knocking it down into 5 separate episodes. And if you actually look for them, you can absolutely see what my edit points would have been. But in the end, it just it just made more sense for me at least to put it out as one big supercut. And so that's what I did, but never again, I think, or at least no time soon. It was fun to have done it. I'm glad to have done it. I'm glad that it's done. And I took uh, I took 10 days off or so after finishing it and played the Final Fantasy remake uh, through now that it was out on Steam. And well, now I'm back. Oh,
Invisible enemies? Did you get them?
invisible? Did I get all of them with that one bomb? It looks like I got all of them with one bomb. No, just what you'd expect on them. Now let's go find that super secret entrance to the railroad. It's this one, I believe it's this one, and I have to climb up on this junk. Yes. You guys really need to get some real beds in here. That can't be good
Pam
for you.
wants them. She explained why, but I couldn't figure it out.
Hmm.
Glad you're with us.
Do I care? Well, I mean, we're here. Let's go see what Pam has to say.
Agent, a new DIA cache has...
Nope, don't care.
I'm
Ah,
feeling overdue for some reconstructive surgery. Ooh, maybe I'll go blonde next time.
you should
That
try
could be
it.
some fun.
Hey, Deacon.
Want me back on deck, huh?
Sure do.
I gotta admit, things have been pretty quiet without you.
Let's do it.
go then.
I'm all ready to go.
And yeah, Ellen, just go ahead and head back to Hangman's Alley. I've just been grabbing her
God damn it. Losing Augusta is a real blow.
when I'm between
Not good.
other
I know.
objectives. So now that I've got myself a deacon, I had two possible objectives for the day. I could either go and get the Luck bobblehead, or I could go and get some ammunition for my new two-shot lever-action rifle. And, well, you can tell which one I've decided to do. The lever-action rifle, I don't intend on using it base like that, but it turns out all of the mods that I want to put on it actually weigh way less if they're not attached to the rifle. So I figure until I've actually got the thing set, until I've got ammo for the thing, there's no point in setting it up. Things always spawn here. You gonna have raiders today? Nope, we're gonna have.
Fighting again. Great.
Wait, where there's a Cybermech Eyebot, there's just a Cybermech Eyebot. Well, let's keep moving before that before that changes.
Someone there?
Oh yeah, she'll be on the roof, won't she? But I don't care enough. Let's move on. Got some quite some distance to cover, so let's go ahead and do that. We have another equivalent of Chaos Junction here. What do we have spawning today? Oh, nothing again. Surprised I made it this far with just one Eyebot to contend with. So
You know,
halfway
ammo
to
isn't
the
cheap.
slog
Just
here.
continue to play dead. I'll say that.
If you're wondering, I have not put in any mods, out of game mods that would be increasing the power of the splatter cannon, which is again the assault rifle I'm using. This thing just really is that utterly ridiculous. Those things, if you recall, gave me a lot of grief in previous episodes, but not so much anymore. Uh, Normally I would leave behind the junk on all those robots, but since we're coming through the
Let's
slog
see
anyway.
now.
Oh, speaking of which, we should have your stuff.
You're back. Were you able to find those parts?
I sure was.
I've got them right here.
You do? All right. Let me take a look. Yes. Yes. It's all here. It's really all here.
I'm
You've
glad to
more
hear
than
that.
earned your reward. Here. Here. Just like I promised. Now, I need to get back to work. Finally.
So I'm actually in the awkward position where I'd rather not take the caps. If you recall from the previous episode, I got a perk from one of the scav magazines, which, man, this looks so much different. Oh, so the bridge is over there. I'll just cross in the water. The less caps I have, the higher my strength and some other special attribute. I don't recall which one it is. So my intention is to actually spend all of my remaining money on ammunition for my lever action rifle. I know there's something that's going to spawn in here. There you are. How am I not hitting you? Wow, that was a whole mag to put that thing down. One cap. Um, I mean, we'll grab the rest. It's not bad stuff. Um, Probably wind up dropping it, but well, we'll see. I don't know how much stuff I'm reasonably going to be picking up. Let's go ahead
Yeah,
though
you really like to wander, don't you?
and level up. I guess we should probably continue the plan to get all of these maxed out. So let's get to work on perception. Finally get a third point there at level 80.
I've seen more of the wealth with you than I have the rest of my years combined.
Really? We haven't been together that long. So you notice he likes to change costumes all the time. So as much as I like to play dress up with my
Hell of a
companions,
stick.
that's
We live to fight another day,
just
and
not
night, and day, etc., etc.
that's just not really an option with Deacon because you give him something to wear and he will just take it right back off. And you know, more power to him if he doesn't like the clothes that I'm giving him. So we were sent here quite some time ago by um, the. Geez, I don't even remember their names. The ghoul that met us when
This
we were
place
meeting
is off
Ellen.
limits. You'd best move along.
Edward Deacon. There we go. So as long as we're on the way.
Edward Deegan sent me. I'm looking for a missing package.
Oh, you're the new girl. So this package. Pretty sure we know where it is. The guys that shot Ben are holed up in the Parsons Creamery, just north of here.
That's
That's all I needed to know.
Well then, I guess we're done. Hey, be careful. It's weird that they're still hanging around so close. Normal raiders would have grabbed the loot and bugged out by now. It's like they're scouting the place or something. I'll be glad when you clear them out.
That that is actually kind of weird. Let's let's go grab that. I have no intention of really following through with this quest line in earnest just yet, but I figured it's on the way. Now, there is a known bug with this that these guys will show as hostile, but they're not actually hostile. So we'll just run past them. One thing I think I might need to do is tweak the True Storms mod. It's been raining far too much, and it's nice to have multiple weathers in the game, but if the multiple weathers are just going to be rain, 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 and more rain, that's well, it's already getting a little bit old. So maybe between episodes I'll tweak that so that because this is a standard setting. It also seems to be very dependent on where you are. So it might just be well, definitely in the south.
Fighting again. Great.
Yeah, let's see what we can do with 39%.
Before I met you, I'd go whole days without massacring a bunch of things. Honest.
That's probably my my favorite line in the whole game.
We could always use some more ammo.
So what are we looking for? Mysterious serum. Okay, so they want me to take that back to Cabot House, so I have no need to... Let's see, no need to take it back to the Parsons Insane Asylum. So really nothing worth mentioning at all, like at all, in terms of loot at that place. I would have expected, you know, maybe some decent scrap or something, but nothing and nothing. So, back to our northward trek we go. So it's certainly up in the air what's gonna become of the splatter cannon. I'm not too worried about dropping it for the value. I know I spent the caps, but I'm gonna want to get rid of the caps that I have anyway, so that doesn't worry me. What do we have here? Minuteman. The question is, am I going to want to go back to Nuka World periodically to get more ammo? And we'll have to see how fast I go through it. I don't want to have to go back to Nuka World between every episode. Or maybe I'll decide to do that. Probably not, though. I'll probably... Well, I guess I shouldn't be saying a probably. I've made no decision as to what I'm going to do with this thing. But for now, we have tons and tons of ammo for it.
Fighting time.
So we'll definitely keep it and use it for now. Be nice to get, be nice to get some sort of automatic with a decent legendary effect. It turns out the poison legendary that I had on the assault rifle before. Yeah, it turns out that doesn't actually stack. So that legendary assault rifle I had was complete and utter garbage. Let me see, can I hit him from here?
Don't look, but I think they're being watched.
Or if I could get one, well, I mean, ideally if I get one with explosive, that'd be awesome. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Even, I guess I could go and get spray and pray. That's a submachine gun with explosive you can get off of Cricket. but that's kind of terrible. If I get a proper assault rifle with explosive, or even a 10 millimeter with explosive, that's really what I would like to get. But wounding or plasma infused would both be uh, passable, I suppose. Never ending would be nice, although with the high capacity that you can put on these things, it's really not that necessary. We'll certainly have to see.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at the...
What? Who are you? I'm sorry, but we don't have time for visitors or caravans or wherever you're from.
Sorry. I have this habit of running straight towards signs of trouble. Come to think of it, that explains a lot.
A good Samaritan? Fine. I'm out of options anyway, if you want to hear about it. My
Might as
daughter
well,
is
I'm
missing.
here.
It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No, she would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
You know, I'm pretty sure we were sent here by Nick's detective agency, and here we have a missing child, and Nick's nowhere to be found. I mean, where could he be?
I have to go to the memory den either way if I'm going to introduce you to Omari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I will put every bit as much effort into finding her as I would if it was my own child.
I'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Well, let's talk to the one who seems to be a little bit more sensible.
Mrs. Nakano.
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
Yep, that's that's sort of the job.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever
Well,
since
definitely your
Kasumi's
fault.
grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
Yeah, and she's also 19. She has other things on her mind.
Nothing else right now.
Alright, well, if you don't mind, what I'm going to do is ransack your house, pretending that I'm looking for clues.
Project log? Lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
Clever.
Project log? Radio. Correction. working radio, I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with Ohm's Law.
Nerd.
That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
Although I suppose the fact that I knew it was means I'm every bit as much the nerd. Let's see what we have in here. I don't know what the instinct to take out the gun is. I really, really don't. Well, I mean, I guess it's a half shooter, so. So there we have the easiest clue in the history of clues. You know, they really don't make puzzles in this game. Much more interesting than the tape is the duct tape.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
Certainly not the most sensible way to go and find yourself, but I suppose we all have to at some point in our
Have
life.
you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter's human?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
That response actually answers the question just fine. Let's be honest.
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
A little
She's
bit.
not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
I'm guessing Deacon's gonna like this one.
It doesn't matter if your daughter is a synth, Mrs. Nakano. She's still a person who needs help.
But my daughter isn't a synth.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone
Thought so.
twisting my daughter's mind. Did you find where Kasumi went, Detective?
I think Kasumi took off somewhere up north. Do you know what's up there?
Where specifically? I've been up the coast, almost to where the waters start to freeze, but that's a lot of miles.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor?
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. You have to go after her. Please, take my other ship on the dock outside. My father's design. It has a guidance system, and it is built for distance.
What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
So radioactive. Yeah, let's not be a dick about it.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please take it. I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
300 caps. Well, okay. Well, we're here, and it's a nice sunny day, finally. Let's take them up on a nice little boat ride. and see what's awaiting us on the other side. That'd be a great way to fail the whole quest in one shot, eh? Hi, Deacon. I suppose it was a bit much to hope for some resort vacation. I suppose the last place I went to after I left the Commonwealth was very, very nice as far as the weather went, and very, very unpleasant in every other way possible, including the locals, who were a bunch of slave-taking raiders. But I bet these people are going to be far, far nicer, right? Let's see what they have to say
Ease up,
to the
Alan.
person rolling up out of
Visitors.
nowhere.
Mainlanders ain't nothing but trouble.
Put the damn gun
Well,
down.
that's mostly true. Oh, glad you could join us, Deacon. Hello.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, Mainlander. So
I don't
you
think
can
I'm
get
either
back
of
in your
those.
boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time.
Surprise.
But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
So I'm not going to want to play my hand too strongly here. Well, I definitely don't want to ask about a synth refuge.
What is this place?
Well, in ancient times, this used to be a tourist town. My people have lived here and on the island for generations. But now everyone's crowded onto the docks just trying to survive another day. We have more than our fair share of problems. You aren't here
Why
to
don't you
add to
leave?
them, are you?
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well,
Something
she
like
came
that.
through here all right.
Damn it. Mariners ain't coming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend Take a post at the top of the wall near the main gate. The hull never lets us down. Now follow me!
Okay.
Careful on the hull.
Man the hull! Something's out there.
You sure you saw something?
This ain't a drill!
Oh, Deacon, you're actually properly armed for this.
What the hell?
Eyes peeled, everyone!
Where's my best shooting position? Probably right here, eh?
Open the gate! I've got wounded out here.
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Oh God! Defense!
What the hell is a gulper? Well, it's 61%, so, okay, so at range they take a couple shots with the Guardian. That's not too surprising. Ooh, we have a 95. Ooh, legendary. Now let's see if we can just get a single shot kill on him. Not quite. Oh, these ones glow red. Where's that 95? There we are. Brad Roach. Doubt that's going to be our biggest problem, but oh, we still have a... No, we had a 95 there. Well, let's take that. That grenade better not knock me off.
Win. Again. It's over.
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
Angler. Okay, so we're getting an introduction to the local wildlife. He looks like he's about to shoot something. Man, I look like a badass up there. Not as much as that badass as that guy that's casually running up to punch the thing in the face. Holy shit, buddy.
Nuts.
Wow.
Here. All right. Well done, all. Open the gate.
Gulper innards. Lovely. Bolstering. Oh well, we'll sell it. It seems like he wasn't kidding about the air being bad. Looks like just being out here makes us. These things are carrying nuclear material, eh? This one had a trifold American flag. This one had a typewriter. What the hell? Okay, well, let's go have a chat with these people. Hello.
Avery.
And now you see what we're up against.
It
The
wasn't
fog
that
and the
much.
creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. But for your help when we needed it, you deserve this.
Stop giving me money.
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's radioactive, right? But
I
there are
suppose
pockets
it
of
is.
the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem. Things live in the fog, thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
You've lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been here forever. There are good years when it recedes and the island's almost normal. Then there are times when it spreads all over. And people have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, Far Harbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
Well, safe might be a stretch.
If you managed to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
Oh, I like you.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's
Holy
been
shit.
here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden a stranger with all this nonsense.
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam. Which is radiation, I guess.
That's my
If
understanding.
you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee...
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many
So what,
friends
you,
and
like,
family.
beat them up or something?
And that the Adam would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher,
I'm guessing
Alan.
you didn't beat them up. Is it really my business? Well, let's
What did
ask.
he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't
Okay.
have police, or really any law, just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
Wait, by pulled a gun on him, do you mean he shot him?
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not. There's not one bit of evidence.
Geiger counters don't lie, Avery. The fog's gotten more lethal year over year.
Yeah,
Now
that's
the
not
fog's
evidence.
covering the whole island. But only after the children came.
You know as well as
Strong
I do
evidence.
that's happened before. Sure, people have theories the children are involved, but no one, and I mean no one, has proof.
Can we get back to business?
Sorry for all that.
I
You're here for
I
Cassine,
asked.
right? She headed inland to the Synth Refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
I think I'll let him tell me his story.
What can you tell me about Acadia?
Ask Longfellow. He's the only one that's been there.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
You look like a store. And while I am trying to get rid of caps, let's get as much as we possibly can out of these people. We're not going to be using these all that much
The home
anymore,
needs
so
mending. You know, it just don't build itself. I need proper wood, steel, nails, the like.
Nobody asked you to cobble together that stupid wall. You want yourself commodities? You know how to get them. Caps.
That stupid wall is the only thing that kept you stowaways alive. That and the mainlander.
The mainlander? Huh. What kept us safe was Harborman and the firepower I sold them. Want supplies? Tell you what. Apply that big old brain of yours to dealing with the real threat. Those Children of Adam whack jobs.
Haven't
I
you
don't see
fouled
any
up
of
things
them.
enough, Alan? And now you mean to make it worse?
They're still alive, aren't they? Figure I got a whole lot more work to do.
No deal. But this isn't the last of it.
Sure the hell looks like it to me.
Well, I'll do my part to
Alan?
disarm you.
Huh. The mainlander. Great. Fire your gun a few times and you think you're some sort of hero? This is our fight. Our island. Not yours.
Okay, well, I still want to buy ammo.
I'm not here to pick a fight.
You just don't understand.
No,
what
I
happens
clearly
next
don't.
time when you ain't here, huh? Or the next? Either us Harbormen survive on our own terms, or we take the long walk together. So if you're here to buy some ordnance, do your business. Otherwise, take the first boat out of here. Before the Children of Adam or worse get you.
I'll take a look.
Make it fast.
And this is, well, I mean, we came here to find Kasumi, right? And also to buy a whole bunch of 4570. So using those great mentats may have been, oh, another store. But to say it may have been a bit overkill, but you
Hey there.
selling
Welcome to
4570
the
as
bait
well?
shop. If you need any odds and ends, I'm
I
your
need
man.
ammo.
Let's barter.
Here's what I got.
Oh, you have more? Well, you have some more. And, you know, we're buying the 308 because, again, we're trying to get rid of our money. So he had a bunch of shipments, so I managed to give 6,000 caps to him. Oh, what do we have here?
Please. No.
Oh, okay.
You another vulture circling over Andre's body? He ain't dead. Wait. No.
Wait.
It's a mainlander. Well, welcome to my little clinic. If you need doctoring, speak up. I wish I had time for some proper conversation, but my work's never done.
Who's Andre?
Poor Andre is my patient over there. He spent too long a spell in the fog. You may think you know your mainland radiation poisoning, but we got our own special brand here.
I know a few things about medicine. Can I try to help him?
You say, what? You? Help?
Well, no, not really.
Well, poor Andre's got it bad. Good is dead. Well, I suppose there's no harm letting you have a poke. But I'll be watching you.
Okay, well, I actually don't have the intelligence or medical skill to do anything for this guy, but let's see what happens. Leave him alone, okay. Improvise a treat. Use the mysterious serum, eh? Okay. I'm not that attached to that Dean guy. I'm sure this is gonna come back and bite me, but yeah. Let's poke him with this.
Well, I'll be. I think you may have done it. I'll keep looking after Andre. But I think thanks to you, he's got a fighting chance.
Let me know if he, dies. Okay, so they said the bar. The bar is what I'm looking for, eh? That sounds like... Oh, nope, but there is something else I want to do before I go in there. I'm guessing it's hardly a stretch to assume that you have a gun bench. Here it is. Oh, no, that's not a gun bench. Ah, there's our gun bench. All right. And drop the advanced receiver on that for 373 damage. And our long ported barrel. And I don't think I brought a stock. It's kind of cool looking. And we are putting a... Is that the one I'm carrying? Yeah, that's the one I brought. And... Huh. Could have sworn I brought a... Oh, I didn't want to put a suppressor on it because that lowered the range. Okay. This is our new sniper rifle. I believe the name I wanted was... Let's have a look. Oh, that feels nice.
Belize sell guns over by the tourist shop.
Let's have a chat with this old Longfellow. Well, this is quaint.
Everyone! Everyone!
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Shut your mouths, open your damned ears! So the fogs are coming for us all, and I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house!
Yeah!
Time to party!
Here's some Mitch!
Mitch!
There we go.
That issue is one of my favorites.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty?
You just waited in
I'm
here?
done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk like there. Call themselves synths. Seems to me they just want to be left alone, to live their life in peace. They've done some good turns for us islanders. The fog condensers, most especially, wouldn't even be a Far Harbor left without those.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia, and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
Not necessarily. I definitely want to try out my new gun, though. Well, let's not insult him.
Trust me, I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
Clever with words, are you? I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me, then.
So what I will want to do is sell the junk that I'm carrying.
Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. Tastes foul as sin, but it'll help.
Above the fog? There's an above the fog line?
Stay
Why do
clear
you
of the
guys
quarry.
live here?
Loads of trappers.
Stranger, you need odds, ends, junk, or knickknacks. You've come to the right place.
Let's deal.
Let's set you up.
One of the downsides of carrying perhaps 100 pounds worth of ammunition.
The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks, fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live.
That sounds like pretty standard advice. I'm guessing the way you're acting, these guys are probably hostile. Well, my Pip-Boy has decided that they're hostile. Let's see how this does. Ooh, that's a great sound.
There's someone or something else here.
Well, howdy there.
That'll teach him.
Into the breach we go! You know, ammo isn't cheap. Can we just pay you to play dead?
Okay, so damage seems pretty decent on this. Ooh, legendary.
Ain't as clever as you thought.
Ooh, headshot.
You're not half bad in a scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper Far Harbor woman.
That I don't know what a proper Far Harbor woman is, but I think I'll pass. What do you got?
You all turned around. Does something to your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with, but now...
You know, I'd considered powered if it wasn't Raider.
What was that?
What do you see? Jeez, one shot, this guy becomes a companion. Look at that. Look at the damage this thing does.
You're dead! That was refreshing.
Oh, is that like a
mountain trail.
rad roach or something?
We stick to this and we'll make it to Acadia. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised. We ain't alone.
Good weight to value. It's nice to know that solar powered is taking care of these rads without any trouble.
You like them puppies? We grow everything extra mean on the island. Still got a ways to go. Hear that? Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear. But you never know. When I was a young lad, no higher than your knee, whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before.
So what I would like to find out is how this thing does in VATS, because there is always the possibility that I may trade its roles with the Overseer's Guardian. I may use it as my VATS gun.
There's someone or something else here.
Okay, so we have a 95% here. Okay, that's nowhere near as many shots as the Guardian. So yeah, this will stay my my ranged weapon. Let's see how it does on the shell of a Mirelurk. Pretty damn well. Of course. Hello.
I'd say it's time for a drink.
Well, Longfellow's a good shot.
Got a fondness
Lucky
for
metal
fresh
left.
water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts.
Ooh, Mirelurk
fair
meat.
challenge. Now
Always
the
forget
big one.
how good Mirelurk meat
Makes
is.
you roll two.
Okay, so we have a pretty good idea of what that's used for. No point in using it right now, though. Limited amount of ammo for it, and realistically, at these ranges, the Guardian's definitely the better choice.
Bit of exercise, that.
You know that staticky sound? Yeah, it means we should get the hell out of here.
So we appear to be clearing the fog line, and again, it begs the question, why do they live down by the water?
Hold there. Stringing.
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You do
You mean
well
the
to avoid
radiation?
such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
Okay, so I'll admit I skipped conversations that were more compelling than hers. I'm guessing I need some sort of map marker, though.
Worthy? What do I have to do to join?
There is a ritual his children must perform. If you succeed, you will be rewarded with entrance into our family.
Well, let's see what Longfellow thinks of this.
Suppose I've got nothing better to do.
Adam usually prefers those with a bit more fervor. But nonetheless, if you wish to test his favor, seek the nucleus.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on.
Yes,
Up ahead,
let's.
the air's clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now.
No, it's literally right here.
And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
I can handle things from here.
Good luck in there. And I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do.
So getting his house unlocked is pretty important. You want to have a base of operations, and unlike Nuka World, where it's actually you can't access the settlement at Nuka World until you've basically completed the whole map, rendering it basically useless. This one, settlements are absolutely going to help you out. So I'm reminded that I should probably get rank 1 of medic, just so I can build doctors' kiosks, or whatever you want to call them, at settlements. Plus, that's going to be an excellent way to drain caps if I need to. So I am going to get 1 rank of medic. Well, Deacon, I imagine of all people, you're probably going to be interested in what these people have to say.
We've been traveling for a spell. I was hoping to have some words with you.
Yeah, right?
Now's a good time.
I'm used to flying solo, but I gotta admit, working with you makes me think I've been missing out. Having someone watching your back is refreshing, especially since you never know when the Institute is watching.
You've never had a partner?
Not for a long time. Besides, partnering up in the railroad can leave you vulnerable. One more person who can finger you to the Institute. Some people at HQ are jealous. You took the big nap and everyone you knew is long gone. Now, hear me out on the silver lining. If a human in the railroad slips up, then they expose friends and loved ones to danger. You're safe from that.
You know, he says everyone or some people on the railroad are jealous. I think he means him. I doubt that's a widespread opinion amongst the railroad.
Well, I guess I'm a little lucky then.
What's done is done, and the upshot is you're in a position where you can act openly. If you go to ground, there's little the coursers can do about it. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So I really don't have anything to lose. For Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
That's interesting.
That's one word for it. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something about the Institute, read it to me.
If you expect me to believe you, I want proof.
All right, you got me. No fooling you, huh? Don't take it personally. I lie to everyone. Maybe I'm just another human that has people back home he wants to protect. Then again, maybe not.
Well, you're good in my book. Whatever or whoever you are.
I want... If you believe anything, believe this. I'm in your corner. Always have been. That code I gave you is a hard truth. You can't trust everyone. Even if someone sounds sincere, they could be a synth replacement working for the Institute. The bitch of the problem is recognizing the 90% of the time someone's on the up and up, and the 10% of the time you're being played.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain
Nick?
above the fog, I thought
What have you
to
done to your
myself,
hair?
now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Okay, so I thought you were Nick there for a second, but I'm guessing you just look exactly like him, but without the hat.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and, a pony?
I see. I'm afraid some of those things I'm not in a position to give.
How about the pony?
Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
So, my answer would be, I don't. Yeah, here we are. Who or what she is isn't important. Yeah, that's.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's
not in this
everything.
context, no.
Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these, or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie, that someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
See, the fact he's asking that does point out something rather important. See, I could be a synth. Deacon could be a synth. Anyone else here could be a synth. There is only one person in this entire facility who knows for sure whether or not they're a synth. So the only person who can't
Careful with
actually
your words.
understand the dilemma is the one I'm talking to now. He's never had that conundrum.
No. But if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be a synth, but tell me, what's the first thing you can remember?
Let's see what our answers are. None of those are true. There's actually one of the speech options in the opening is
Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Oh, right. The park. With you. Because I want to get pregnant again.
so clearly your character has memories from before the prologue.
You're treading on very personal territory. Back off.
Okay. You're not ready to have this conversation.
I hate that
Whatever you
you're not
believe,
ready to
we
do
will
this.
accept you for who you are. Synth or human.
It's a very diminutive way of saying I'm right and you're just not here yet.
I've heard enough. Where is Kasumi Nakano?
Of course. Kasumi is usually working down below. You can see her whenever you like. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Did you need anything else before you go?
Now this is another lane I don't like where this winds up going, but we're gonna hit this. I want to see how Deacon responds to what Dima says to this.
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are? Avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
See, this is a terrible response. Too often when people hear an argument they don't agree with, they respond with, "Oh, so you think we should do nothing?" No, no. Generally speaking, people are smarter than that. So let's see
Take your
whether or
time.
not there's an answer here that says, "Well, what's your plan?" This is perfect.
Ideals aren't going to protect escaped synths. We do what we have to.
I know that's what you think. I just... No. No, I shouldn't judge. I'm over here, far from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
I'm glad that answer shut him down real quick. Let's hear some more, though.
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is...
You probably shouldn't play the holier-than-thou
else?
card if that's your plan, though.
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
Do you know someone who happens to look just like you? Because I do. And I kind of wish there was a speech option to that effect. I was more interested in seeing if Deacon would say anything here, which I'm very disappointed that he didn't.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there. hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with the atom lunatics.
They're nothing you need to be concerned about.
It's not them. I'm concerned
Floors that
about
aren't very
you,
well
Dima.
insulated,
You
eh?
can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest
So,
Faraday,
we came here to find,
Circuitry is completely
Kasumi, and, I think we've done exactly that.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
And the fact that I know your first and last name doesn't shock you at all.
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
Now, you might want to wash your hair.
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me. Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me.
Your mom and your dad.
They wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Ray are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
If something's going on, then I can help. Just tell me what's happening.
I don't know how you could. Wait, of course you can help. You find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
I'm sorry, this answer is just too good not to use.
Sister, there's a lot of things on this island more important than you.
If you could just hold the jokes for a second.
No,
you saw
I
all those
can't, I'm
computers that
sorry.
Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
Wouldn't actually surprise me.
You don't trust Dima? After you came all this way for him?
I didn't come to Acadia for him. I came here because this place offered answers. And now that I found a place I belong, I'd rather not lose it all if Dima is secretly planning to destroy everything.
I don't want to save this one, but that's very true. I love this answer too, but we're gonna have to go with this.
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop, but it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into
bring
Faraday's
Kate.
terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
This'll be easier if I just talk to Dima. Convince him that he needs to be honest with us.
Alright. Good luck.
Speak checks
Let me know what you
are
find
my
out.
specialty. Before I attempt any speech checks on Dima, though, what I would like to do is track down Nick. I don't know what he's doing that's more important than this, but I haven't seen him in ages. Sooner or later, we'll come across him and we'll drag him down here. Until then, though, I think we will let these guys keep doing what you look like a store. Do you have any 4570?
After a welcome this warm, who wouldn't want to just stay forever?
This place isn't for you. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast.
That's
If there's
true,
a
but I'm
synth who
already
needs a
in
safe
here.
Place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Let's see if we can reach out to him.
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
Well, that sounds... I'll be honest, that sounds like a bit of a stretch. Well, if you're not a... How is none of this considered stealing? Yeah, I still don't feel inclined to do it. Are you a store?
Hey there.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That Kasumi's
I
a
was
good
getting
enough
paid.
kid, I suppose. Little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
Tell that to Dima.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is that so? Huh. Most of the chumps here act like I'm out of my gourd.
No,
Good
you
to know
seem to be
someone else
the
sees
only
it
one
my
who's
way.
actually
Anyway,
got any idea
lately
here.
I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
I know there's something very... No, we're not going to pester him about that. There's
Let's
something
see what
very
you got.
specific
You never know.
that
I might
I'm
actually have
looking
something
for.
useful.
And you don't. You don't have any of the special ammo. Oh, well. Yeah. So that was the first of what's presumably going to be many visits to Acadia. It's interesting, Dima's point about the railroad isn't... Well, he's not wrong in that the position that the railroad's rescued synths find themselves isn't ideal. That being said, to put that on the shoulders of the railroad is unfair. Uh, I would still say that getting to choose between a couple less than perfect choices is still a choice that they didn't have before. Now, if there was a better solution, indeed, if Dima had a better solution, other than, oh, look what I'm doing for, a couple of, a couple of cents, and I have no intention of expanding. um, if he'd come forward and said, "Look, let's chat about this. I think what you're doing is wrong, and I would like to see if there's a solution." That's a lot better than to just go, "Really? I'm gonna immediately put you on the defensive so that anything I say is something that you're gonna immediately be inclined to be argumentative against." It's it's not the right way to handle the situation, and like I said, I am glad. Wow, you're really taking your time. I am glad that you can call him out on it as quickly as you do, because the solution isn't to do nothing. And again, I don't think that's what he was implying. He just didn't have another answer to the question of if we don't give him the option of the mind wipe and we don't just leave him at the institute, what are the options? But keep in mind there is another option. The railroad doesn't force them to take in or to do the mind wipe, and if they decide not to, they'll even take them in. As Deacon kind of spilled the beans on, Glory, which we've met a couple times, she's the one who the first time you meet her is at the door to the railroad. She's holding a minigun. She is a synth, and if you're wondering here, this is Longfellow's house. I'm just headed here to activate the workbench. Anyway, I think we can shelve the philosophy for this for this episode. It's a story about synths, so we're going to talk about synths, but I don't have to make the entire episode about it. Although, if you guys have any comments, you disagree with me, please put them in there. I love a good debate. But what I would like to do is get back to the mainland
I'm scraping by.
and find a place to sleep, because this episode is really getting on and it's time to wrap it up. What will we need to on the way, though? See you, Deacon. Well, as long as we're here, we should probably at least tell her parents that she's okay. I'm sure they were probably hoping that I'd have her in tow, but that's not really my place to do. That's her choice to make, but, I can tell them she's fine.
You're back. But Kasumi isn't with you?
I found Kasumi. She's safe and sound, but she won't think about coming back until I help with some problems up north.
Thank God she's all right. But she needs help. Please, do everything you can for her. Just make sure she comes home safely when it is over.
I'll do what I can. So, I don't have any settlements in the area. I could call a vertibird, but bumped into a trader about 40 times so far who keeps telling me about a place called Forville, and it's relatively close to here, and if it's a town, it presumably will have beds. So getting there is the plan, and hopefully I can do that before before it becomes too dark to see what I'm doing. So even with solar power not on, my my running barely ticks away at my AP. I keep needing to prioritize some points in Action Curl, but you know, I think at the end,
Someone's out there.
I'm probably still gonna finish off what's it called, Perception before I do that. Don't know what these guys are fighting. Well, I know what they're fighting now. They're fighting me.
Whenever you're done,
Maybe they're fighting that. Oh, legendary.
blood pumping.
Freezing combat rifle. Interesting.
Hell yeah.
Come on, I want those. I want those rounds.
Time. Paycheck.
Actually, the belly's the yeah. Then head. Oh yeah. Okay, so I was checking ammo. Yeah, ammo's all good. It's nice to be able to just casually decide what parts of a Deathclaw matriarch to shoot.
I heard something.
This is not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Oh good, infection.
Before I met you, I'd go whole days without massacring a bunch of things. Honest.
Okay, duelists. Nope, not any good, and weighs too much to bother with. I am going for a town, so, this is a settlement. I don't think I want to sleep here tonight, though. This, yeah, this doesn't look very well, defended. I'm pretty sure if I fall asleep here, I'm not waking up here. So, Piper says, this is the kind of place where you wind up being someone else's dinner. So, so we'll keep moving. Apparently we're only 90 meters away, so,
That's menacing, right?
yeah, Deacon. It's awesome. Alright, oh, no, okay. I was worried I was gonna fall off that cliff. Then I immediately, jump off the cliff. Okay, so it shows on, our screen as a vault, although we knew it was a vault. A vault with a regular door on it. Well, let's see what we have. Well, he definitely would see me from here. I'm not crouching, so friendly?
All right, that's close enough.
Kind of
Who the hell
friendly.
are you? What are you doing here?
Just looking to do a little trading?
Well, you come to the right place. We got all kinds of stores here.
Okay. That sounds great. Can I come in?
I'd really like to come in.
All right, you can come in. Just make sure you're on your best behavior. Anyway, I'm not really supposed to turn people away unless it's obvious they're trouble. Man, you seem all right to me. So, welcome to Fourville. And before you say anything about the name, don't bother. I didn't come up with it. The mayor likes to meet all new visitors, so the town hall should be your first stop. If you have a crime to report, come find me. If you commit a crime,
What's up with
next
his
person
ear?
you'll be talking to is my rifle. I hope we're clear.
Okay, so town hall sounds nice, but doctor,
I've got some stuff you might want to know.
doctor, what do we have? You a doctor? Okay, that's the town hall. Bunkhouse, mental note. This looks promising. Hi?
A new patient. I should be able to accommodate you, but you're going to have to pay, since you don't pay taxes here.
That sounds reasonable.
What do you do around here?
I'm the town doctor. I can fix your cuts, scrapes, breaks, addictions.
Excellent.
Are you really a doctor?
Yes, I'm really a doctor. Why would you assume I wasn't? I'm a doctor with 250 years' experience with humans, animals, and mutants. Now, do you want to make use of my services or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
And what seems to be the problem?
Took a few bad hits recently. Got knocked around.
Let me see. Ooh, looks bad. It's a good job you came to me when you did. Here we go. This should get you feeling better. Was there anything else you needed?
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a story here, but
No other complaints.
wrapping this up is definitely the priority.
I should get going.
Very well. You stay safe now.
So they did say talk to the mayor. Before I get anyone mad at me, I should probably go and do that. But hopefully that will be the conclusion for our day. I wonder what the hitbox on that is. I am glad that it wasn't, but I honestly had to try.
Excuse me.
Hello and welcome to the Fourville Town Hall. On behalf of Mayor Sanders, allow me to welcome you to our beautiful town. Now, what the hell do you want?
I guess to see
Need
the
to
mayor?
see the mayor about something.
Oh, is that all? His office is just to your left.
It's another Lincoln.
Why, hello there. Roscoe radioed and mentioned we had a visitor coming down. I hope he didn't give you too much trouble. He loves to try and vet visitors. He didn't really tell me much about you. Perhaps you'd like to fill me in? Or maybe you have some questions for me.
Not really, just, he told me to come see you.
What's there to do in town?
Oh, that's the same as any town, really. We've got places to shop, eat, drink, have fun. We even have a museum where you can learn about the town's history. Now, I'm sure you've noticed our town's main attraction, Vault 4. I always make sure to let the new visitors know the door can't be open. It hasn't opened since the day the bombs fell over 200 years ago. Our ancestors waited outside the vault, expecting shelter when it opened after 20 years. But it never did. Some people, me included, still hold out hope that the vault will open one day. But listen to me talking your ear off. If you really want to learn more, you can visit the site of the original town in front of the vault door, or you can visit our museum above the entrance. Feel free to take in what the town has to offer. Enjoy yourself. My door is always open if you want to have a little chat.
He seems friendly enough, and actually kind of genuine. He doesn't have like a creepy friendly. What's the other side of the coin sort of thing. He's probably gonna wind up dead. Let's be honest. He's probably gonna wind up. You have a door on the roof. Well, you know I'm gonna find out what's on the other side of that. I guess I don't know what I was expecting. Oh. Well, I think I found my bedroom. I don't know whose this was, but I don't see a marker on this bed, so um I guess tomorrow we figure out what Forville has to offer. This is a DLC sized mod, so yeah, well we'll have to see what's going on here. But until then, I will see you tomorrow.